They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Ball State Cardinals, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Ducks ready to get this thing started and open the season. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Ball State's offense will get the football first. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, that can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
Right back to the well. Got enough for the first. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Let's talk for a second about Ball State. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. They'll fit right in.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Gives it on the option. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. At the 20, he's got space. He's now up to 66 yards rushing already. What a way to start this new season. The Cardinals trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Makes the grab on the left. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting up for it.
Oh, no good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score. The Ducks offense will try to get something going with their first possession. On the run, it's Whittington. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Moore to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Benson. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Oregon was dominant last season until the Ducks ran into that Ohio State juggernaut in the Rose Bowl, and that left Oregon still in search of its long-awaited first national title.
Well, Dan Lanning has built this thing into a national championship contender. He's done it in the trenches. But I'm curious to see what they do at quarterback and how that position plays out. Dylan Gabriel exhausted his 17th year of eligibility finally last year, David, so that's where my eyes were.
He did, no doubt about it. He was around for a long time, but I think it's more the excitement with Lanning and continuing to bring in high recruiting classes, but breaking through and getting that first national title. They're on the precipice. Is this the year?
All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not.
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Oregon! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. They strike first, and that opening climb of the season could not have gone better.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where. He's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Split the ball out quick. Get it to your playmakers in space. Get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Under fire. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Cardinals will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Looks it in at the 40. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Off-play action on first down. He'll pull it down. Good line on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll run play action. Bringing the heat. Pulls it in. It's Whittington. The stop, the start, the juke, everything in the bag as he gets to the 29. The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Takes the handoff. It's Whittington. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took up.
Turning it on! They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
Yeah, now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they can become a really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Ball State takes over the football and the Cardinal offense headed out. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Got rid of it just in time. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Kelly. Finds his man. It's Ashley. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Cardinals decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got it. Makes a move. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Fires to the wideout. Got a man. It's Moore. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives them a chance. He makes this offense go.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. The give on the option. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Oregon! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And You always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UMass needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Amherst behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Temple. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. He's now piled up 68 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And that's a gift, right? Like, he was pretty dang open, and that drag route came open, and he had a chance to catch that, chew up some yards, but the defense will take it. And I tell you what, when you go over the middle, man, you got to have some courage. And I don't know if he felt some pressure and some bodies around him, but that was a clear drop.
And the Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. No fair catches here, looking for room. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. On the option. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Got his man downfield. Breaks into the open. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. And the Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll go to the ground. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. On 1st down from the 13-yard line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Moore will throw. Into the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Here's the pressure. Just a little off. Incomplete. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And now the lead is even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can...
He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Got his man. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. To the air, it's Kelly. With the catch, it's Webster. At midfield, he's got room. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The Cardinals will hustle to the line. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Fires one high and deep. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
The give to the back. Puts it on at midfield. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And the standout player on the defensive side of the ball has been that boogeyman back there at safety. They try to run it, he's filling the holes. They try to throw it, he's either picking them off or trying to take dudes' heads off. Good luck making adjustments. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Autzen Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Cardinals will kick it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for a gap, it's Whittington. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Off play action. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going for it all. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Moore to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bryant. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. He'll take a shot. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
That play had 6 written all over it, but he drops it in the end zone. Bad break for the offense.
The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Complete on 3rd down. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll run it from the gun. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. He's up to 81 yards rushing, and he's making sure the defense feels him in this opening game. From the gun, the running back has it. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Ducks come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And here they come going for the 1st down on 4th and 2. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Rides the back and leaves it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Kelly. Makes the catch, it's Robinson. He's forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A good pickup to give this offense some operating room.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Webster. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Last completion got them a 1st down. Let's see what they do now. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sight.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3.
There he goes. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Kelly. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
This offense better start finding a way to cap off these drives with points. We haven't seen that now in the last 2 drives. Last one, they were moving the ball pretty nicely, came away with nothing. This drive, it's looking to be more of the same. And normally when you give up sacks, especially on 3rd down, that's what's going to happen.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals!
I know as a coaching staff, you're always trying to find positives that you can build on, and it's nice to see your team continues to fight. It has been a slog up to this point. No points until finally breaking through here in the 4th quarter. And they're going to go back and watch the film, and they're going to see what worked on this drive and maybe try to build on that the next time out.
Oregon, 24, Ball State, 6.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for turning it on. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. He's racked up 92 yards rushing, and this offense wanted to establish the ground game, and man, have they started the season right in that regard. They'll ride the hot hand. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
Moore will throw. Setting up the screen. Still running at the 40. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the right. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
And the Ducks will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Fires to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Kelly. Hauls it in.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Can't hang on to the ball. He had it right in his chest, and it'll be 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. It's complete to the right. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. The Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete.
He hurls one deep down the left side. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Pocket breaking down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up.
He lofts one down the sideline. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th. Bunch formation for these receivers. Smart move to keep it on the ground.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Gonna run it. It's Hill. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. No good. And after the miss, fellas, still sitting on an 18-point lead. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41.
Oh, just didn't have enough leg. It looked like he had the accuracy. It looked like it was going right between the uprights, just not enough power on the kick. And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense...
Oh, it's a fumble! Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Now improvising. It's a fumble on the play. Well, the offense did call on that loose football, but it won't matter much if they turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. The option look. He'll toss it. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Moore to the air. They get to him as he throws. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, first down and more. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.